Living with a family of collectors makes it hard not to get into the behaviour. The first object that started my collection was a purple see-through toy horse that smelt like vomit, who was lost in one of my 9 or more moves that I've done in my lifetime. When my family moved back to Australia, the first thing I wanted to do was ride a horse, so my mother took me to a man who caught and trained brumbies. He gave me riding lessons. On the 3rd lesson, I experienced my first fall. It was into a horse trough, which was an old bathtub that previous to my fall a horse was drinking from. My mother tells me after the lesson the man was shaking so hard she thought he was going to pass out, but all I was wet and happy. The day after the fall, my mother bought me a toy horse, and then the next day she bought me another, and my collection started. By the time we moved to Moe South in Victoria, my collection had about 20 horses, including My Little Ponies and 2 Barbie horses. I started riding again at the riding school of Lillico. I joined the pony club there too. When I was there, an instructor told me when all the other children would have run away screaming when there was a spider in the tack shed, I would be the one running into the tack shed to see what the spider was, or what it looked like. Not having a horse of my own, I used the school's horses, with names such as Casper, Taffy, Cowboy, Chief, and Phoenix. At 12, we bought Scrunchy, my black and white pony, who my sister called Scungy, who I had for a year before I had problems. In retrospect, I was too young for that amount of responsibility. By the time I was 14, I had more than 60 toy horses in my collection. When we moved to Alice Springs, only one came with me, the black and white pony that reminded me of Scrunchy. In Alice, I stopped collecting toy horses and moved on to collecting anime and manga, and playing Magic the Gathering, which also I collected while I was there. I did ride in Alice Springs, but it wasn't a big part of my life there. So when we came back to Moe South to move our house to Townsville, I no longer wanted my first collection and parted with it by selling it to a family friend. The only horses I kept were 2 of the black and whites and 1 Clydesdale. I still see them on my shelf every day and get reminded that once upon a time I was obsessed with toy horses.